Insane trail cam footage you need to see. He set up his trail cam hoping to record footage of bear, deer, and the occasional rare red fox that visited the area. He frequently reviewed the trail cam footage to see if he captured anything interesting. Nobody could scare him or move him with stories of supernatural encounters. That was the case until he encountered this giant creature that looked human yet had beastly characteristics. This creature stared right into his trail camera. What was this for a strange creature? Why did it stare into the camera? Is it safe for him to go back there? Welcome back to Classified Captures, and today we'll be talking about insane trail cam footage you need to see. As always, we start today's video on a lighter note. Have you walked into a forest and seen trees cut down with no way to explain how they ended up in such a state, especially when you're sure there are no fellers in the vicinity? What if I told you it was probably no fellow? What if I told you that there was a creature that could bring down an entire 8-foot tree in as little as 5 minutes? Well, allow me to introduce the beaver, an animal so small and harmless you wouldn't suspect it could do something so profound. But why would they be interested in bringing down trees? To build their dams. Building a dam is no easy or mean feat. No wonder they're always so busy. The next time you walk into a forest and see trees chopped down with no explanation, a beaver may be responsible. Thank God trees are the only things they're interested in. What would you do when you're outnumbered and surrounded by enemies more vicious and much stronger than you? Well, while you might not know what you would do until you're faced with a real-life situation, we at least know what a raccoon will do thanks to this trail cam footage. Outnumbered and surrounded by these coyotes, the raccoon decided to stand its ground. It was not going to go down without a fight. The footage was taken in the middle of the night. It reminds me of a school scene where a group of big bullies tease the smaller person. Raccoons and coyotes usually end up fighting whenever they cross paths, but no fights happened here. Probably because they realized there was no need to, or simply because it was the raccoon's lucky day. Still on coyotes, females may not be as strong as males in many wildlife animals, but when they become nursing mothers with cubs, the story is very different. They become often more aggressive than usual and very territorial because of their maternal instincts. In this video, we can see an unlucky possum being attacked by a mother coyote. The clueless possum happens to pass by the den of a mother coyote and her pups. The pups become restless, leading to the mother jumping into a protective stance and attacking the poor possum. The footage was taken by a group of researchers who were studying the behavior of coyotes during denning and pup rearing season. But why did the possum just lay down and not defend itself? This next footage answers it. Here we see a coyote attacking a possum. Shortly after, the coyote gets spooked by the flashing camera and runs away. He returns shortly and decides to roll around the ground close to the possum, which appears to be just lying down. Why though? It's either dead or playing dead. Possums have a coping mechanism that keeps their body in a catatonic state for hours when attacked. They fall on their back with their teeth out and a foul-smelling foam oozing from their mouth. This keeps their attacker disgusted and away from them. My guess is that's what's going on in this footage. Bears are cuddly, but make no mistake, they can become territorial even when provoked. A mother bear is even more vicious when she has cubs to protect and will not hesitate to fight anything or anyone to protect them. Imagine you're biking in the mountains and you see some bear cubs. What do? If your answer was to stop and pet them or even take pictures, then you would be making. Fortunately for this group of mountain bikers, they knew better. Seeing these two cubs while riding, they instinctively looked for a mother bear and bolted off immediately. I wonder what would have happened if she'd found them trying to pet her cubs. Thankfully, we won't have to find out. This is where things start to get a bit mystical. Do not watch this section if you're easily scared. He simply didn't see this coming. A hairy hand? What creature could it be? I'm not sure any of you have come across anything like this. Frank Millier had set up his trail cam hoping to capture some footage of deer, only to end up with this weird-looking hand in his camera footage. It looks human, but too hairy to be. It might be a chimp, but chimps are not exactly known to be in that area. What then could he have captured? Nobody knows. And perhaps nobody should attempt to. we could end up with more than we bargained for. Perhaps a Bigfoot? If so, it's probably best we left this alone. Or what do you think? And now for the real reason you're here. The woods are mostly breeding grounds for the mysterious and unexplained appearances of certain creatures such as skinwalkers, chupacabras, and many more. Many have spotted a lot of unexplained entities, yet many have remained skeptical about their existence. One of these skeptics was a 53-year-old man from Renton, Washington. He told us his story in confidence. The man had been regularly setting up his trail cam in the forest to record footage of deer, rabbits, and other wild animals. He frequently reviewed the trail cam footage to see if he captured anything interesting, but there was hardly anything extraordinary about them. He'd become so used to this that he assumed today was going to be business as usual. But what was about to await him was something he was not prepared for. What he didn't know was that a strange creature had visited the forest while he was away. Were he a day earlier, he might not have made it out alive. Reviewing the trail cam footage, he realized that his trail cam captured something that looked like a wolf. A closer inspection of the footage made him realize he was not looking at a wolf. It was simply not like anything he had ever seen. But if he wasn't looking at a wolf, then what was it? He didn't know, but critically looking at other footage that was not shared, he realized the creature was humanoid with the face and head of a wolf, but a body that looked like a man's. It was not like anything he'd ever seen before, which really shocked him. Had he discovered a real-life werewolf? Some of those who've seen this footage thought so. Was the forest safe? Some thought he should no longer go back alone. If you watched the video, you'd realize he was not alone. But have you encountered a werewolf? Do you think they're real? Do you think this trail cam footage and story is true? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. If you thought that story was weird, then brace yourself for this one. A family had gone on a camping trip in the Tofina Forest, a district in Canada. Two brothers decided to take a walk around the campsite, but took their camera along just in case they came across anything interesting. They entered a forest area known to have lots of deer and bears and hoped they could at least see a couple and capture them. Unknown to them, something was already waiting for them. These brothers had long been atheists and logical thinkers and had no interest or belief in this mythical and supernatural nonsense. At least, that's what they thought until they encountered this unknown humanoid creature. It was very hairy, quite big, and very human-like. There should not be a creature in existence that looks like this. Confused, one of the brothers started to record the creature. It was at least 7 feet tall, maybe taller as it was hunched over. He kept getting closer so he could get a better shot. His brother watched on, but soon realized that there was no way it could be a bear like they had initially thought. It had to be something else. It was simply too odd to be a bear. It was just way too big. Was he looking at something supernatural? If he was, then they were in genuine danger. With these thoughts going through his mind, he pulled back his brother and they ran from the spot. On their way back, they saw footprints that didn't belong to any known creature. They were simply too big to be. What do you think this creature was? Do you have an answer? Share with us in the comments section.